Certainly, I did not.
So someone has lost. And outside that, if you look at the security men around here, you're talking of the police, the SSS, Civil Defense Corps. I saw even immigration around. And so you can imagine those people. These are the people around here. What about those in the states? You know, if you count the number, I mean, someone is losing some votes. So we should begin to look at amending some of these laws so that maybe these cards, we could slot them somewhere and simply vote. And again, Mohammed, sorry, I see that we are running short of time. If you check, in terms of confidence building, why is it that you just have to vote, you wait, you observe, okay, collation is done, you are not the polling agent, you begin to follow these votes about. It's just this of confidence on ourselves. I think that if we begin to trust ourselves, we will not be having this cumbersome kind of a thing. Even this collation wouldn't have been done this way, it's done manually.
Well, they say that Rome was not built in a day. I think we'll get there someday. Let's very quickly go to Cyril Stover, who is in the Coalition Center, to hear what's going on there. Hello, Cyril.
Well, thank you very much, Mohammed. We're right here in the hall where the coalition is taking place. This, of course, is the National Coalition Center for the Presidential and National Assembly elections. And you can see right now that nothing is happening. In just a few minutes from now, Professor Jega and his team will file out, and they will be right there behind me. And that means that a second batch of results will be brought in. Before we took the break, it already announced that there were about 18 states, and it's expected that by now there would be more states, more state collating officers who would have come in with the results from their states, and they will be announced here. So this is going to be expectedly a very long night, because we expect no fewer than 20 more states. The figure could be more than that. We expect no fewer than 20 more results will be released here. So many people are anxious to get the results, but as has been explained before, the process is painstaking and meticulous. And there's a reason for this. It's been said that perhaps the 2015 general elections are the most keenly contested in the history of Nigeria. So this is a very sensitive issue, and therefore the care that has been taken to announce the results. Of course, you would recall that before today, particularly the social media was awash with all kinds of speculations, and Nigerians were of course encouraged to ignore those results that were being bandied around on the social media, because the only authentic figures can only come from INEC. And so today we are right here in the National Coalition Center of INEC, and this is where all those results are being released. And in any moment from now, short time from now, the second batch, the process kicking off the second batch of release of those results from across the states will begin. Like I said, we expect to see no fewer than 20 results being released here this evening. So it's going to be a long night, expectedly, but I am certain that Nigerians will wait patiently. For most of them who will be glued to their TV sets, will be bringing you the results as they are given by the Independent National Electoral Commission here. So as we await the kicking off of the second batch of results that have been released, we will still go back to Nigeria Decides studios in the NTA headquarters, and just as soon as things get started here, we'll be back right here so we can see the results from these 20 or more states that we talked about. So it's back to Sarah in the studio.
Thank you so very much for that update. And like Cyril said, the coalition hall is indeed not fully ready, it appears. Only very few INEC national commissioners are there, and of course, we'll be expecting the big man himself, INEC chairman, Professor Tahiru Jega, and thereafter the second session, if you like, of the coalition process will commence. Just to reiterate again that a press statement signed by Mrs. Augusta Ogaku, Secretary of the Commission, or that is INEC, has announced the constitution of a three-member mission to ascertain the veracity of the claims and allegations by the All Progressives Congress, APC, on the conduct of the presidential and National Assembly elections held on Saturday, 28 March 2015 in Rivers State. Members of the mission include Mrs. Thelma Irumere, Head and Supervising Commissioner of INEC for Rivers State, Colonel M.K. Hamanga, INEC National Commissioner, and Professor Lai Olurode, also an INEC Commissioner. The three-member committee, we understand, have already departed for Rivers State and are expected to submit their report before the end of the collation of the results of the other states, including that of the federal capital. The commission also stressed the importance of this very assignment of the three-member committee and says it is in line with their resolve to be transparent all the way throughout the entire process. At this point, like Cyril said, because the second session, if you like, of the coalition process is yet to commence, we will be taking you back to our Nigeria Research Studios at the NTA headquarters, where Sarah is in the studios. Sarah, over to you.
Service of the NTA.